Hey, what's going on with you folks? We are back in this thing. You know what it is right here. 86 boxing in the mix. Of course, we got Poppy Chew, Yayo, Skywalker Boxing. You probably just saw us doing an interview with Monica C. Smith on a book that she released called Still Victories, and it goes over her story and her father's story. And it's a story of family, faith, you name it, with a boxing connection there. So be sure to go check that out, folks. More to come in that regard. But of course, this is a big weekend for boxing action that we just or that just passed. So we had to talk about that as well. So what's been going on with your fellows? What did you think of the environment seemed to be pretty live there, despite the fact that sometimes I wonder if the fans in the sections up there are actual fans, you know what I'm saying? Or if they're just people who are comp tickets. But that being said, the production's always on point.
They got you, Josh. You've been had, brother.
The only thing that throws it off for me is not having any ring girls. Yeah.
No, everybody has been had. Listen, man, there was I felt like I counted like 12 girls at the fight.
Yep.
I think that noise was artificially pumped in,
Mm.
bro. I'm telling you, if you go back and watch the Haney fight, if you look at when Haney actually knocked the dude down, all the dudes with the dresses on and all the dudes that was bare ball and a commando at ringside, they was just sitting here like this. They didn't move. They didn't get excited. None of that, bro. You feel me? So we all have been had like that. It's not real, bro. It's like they brought boxing and put it in their living room because you don't have the energy. Like, could you imagine the Mexican fans would have been going crazy over the damn fight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is a T-Mobile Arena. Different energy, and it's right. It's different culture. You got to respect them. You seen David Benavidez' wife come in, covering herself as well.
The kid,
and the kid as well. Yeah, dressed in. That's out of respect. When you visit another country, you want to pay respect to their customs, and especially with the Islamic country like that. And that is the difference. Us Americans, we like ring girls, we like the pretty girls, we like the yelling. Over there, it's kind of like Japan. Japan's very reserved, very quiet. But they fill up the stadium in Japan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they be sitting there quiet as a church mouse too.
Yeah, it does. But I think, there's the respect dynamic, and I'm with that and all that stuff. And I think, we all respect that. But I think the bigger picture, larger kind of question, kind of what Ernest is saying there as well is, and I'll give you my thoughts. My thought is that all of the fans in the sections that are filling out the arena, I feel like those tickets are likely comped. You know what I'm saying? They're just in there. They're given to them. I can't say that with certainty, but I get the sense that they're comped. And of course, in Japan, I feel like these are real fans that are in
those
there.
Are real. Yeah,
culturally they're doing their thing. And I imagine some of them probably are like legitimately boxing fans, but it seems kind of like a comp type environment, if you ask me.
Yeah,
it's new to them. It's new to them, and it's something that the Turkey Al Sheikh. It's his passion. He's always been a diehard. I'm guessing that Saudi Arabia doesn't have as many boxing fans as you would say the United States. You know what I mean? In comparison, so yeah,
time will tell, surely.
Hey, but the fights were fire, man. The matchups are great. The matchups are awesome. These are fights that the fans want, and that's something that we do respect. Turkey Al Sheikh on what he's doing with boxing, he is making these fights happen.
Oh yeah,
man. Listen, man. I got to be the voice of reason. You know what I'm saying, or the voice of dissension, if you will, because I got beef with the way who they be having on the main card and the order they be having them in. I feel like the person with the most accolades, who's at the most successful, whatever, is supposed to be the main event, right? They just be placing some fights in some weird spaces, you know what I'm saying? And like, listen, man, I know you want to push Saudi boxing and some of those dudes over there. They ain't ready yet. They ain't ready like Brian Norman ready for Haney.
Right.
Yeah. No doubt.
Imagine that fight was here, bro.
Oh man, we getting cheated, bro. We are in the process of being cheated. They're taking these great fights. No, I mean we're not being cheated in the sense that we actually get to see the fight, but we're being cheated in the sense that the fight's not happening on our soil where we can put our energy into it. Because at the end of the day, we whooping everybody ass on the planet. Period.
You know what time they fought last night? They fought at 2 a.m. in the morning, so they could put it televised for us. So they could televise it for us. They played at 2 in the morning. Shout out to Carl in the chat, the Crocodile Hunter. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, no. The main event, it was like after 5 a.m. But hey, if you're in the fight game, then you're just used to fighting anytime for the most part, because they'll do that in Australia at times. Japan, they typically keep their time frame, so you kind of acquiesce to that. So that means you're up here early watching it for the most part. But that being said, yeah, kudos in that regard. But I think they did that because this is where the majority of the base is, you know, as you go western from Saudi Arabia and, of course, eastern. But certainly they want that western audience there, especially if you're looking at it from a pay-per-view perspective.
Yeah, but everybody they interviewed in there was British, and they was all talking that rubbish. I'm on y'all head, bro. Like how y'all got Conor being the eggs. I don't know, eggs over my hammy. Y'all, the dude is bogus, bro. Dude, he looked like his shoes stank. He ain't had no socks on in there. I bet you it was funky than a motherfucker up in them shoes, bro. Up in there talking. You gonna let a drug cheat get on here and try to say something about somebody fight? Come on, man. Y'all walk out to your ring walk music is American black music. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Don't play with us, man. Don't play with us.
I forgot what fight it was, bro, but they panned the camera to Turkey. I gotta find that shit, bro. But he was past the fight. He was slumped out, sleeping, bro, in his chair. Did you guys see that shit?
He was in a slumber.
No, I didn't see it.
My man was
during the fight, bro. During his own fight, yeah. Hand on his belly.
Like, you know, they got them good drugs, or if they're gonna get some, it's gonna be the best in the world. My man was stuck. I was like, bro, is he dead? Like, what is going on?
Hey, yeah, it is crazy. But hey, I will say, it was a cool card matchup wise in terms of the potential in all of that stuff, and I felt like it lived up to it to that degree in terms of if you look at it from where we were here over the period of the last decade or so as it related to pay-per-views and all of that stuff, you really were just getting one main event caliber fight and then a bunch of filler. In this one, there were a number that could have been their own little main event, you know, if we look at it compared to some of the other pay-per-views we've seen that have really been kind of just money grabs from an overall standpoint. And they were $80-something, sometimes $100 or whatever, getting close to that range. From one marquee fight.
He said U.S. cannot afford fight cards like that, and he's got a point, man. The Saudis are outbidding them, man. They got the money, man. Nobody wants to pay these fighters $10 million a piece, and you got 5 main events on one card. You know what I mean? So
no, that is true. That is true. Oh, real quick, shout out to everyone in the chat. We got D-Chard, we got the Bud Files in this thing. We got UAS Res Bomanio. I think I might have read that wrong, but salute there to you. Probably just dropped in real quick. The Croc Hunter in here. Appreciate you there, Croc Hunter. Old Cavity in the mix right here. Keno Meyer, everyone who's in the mix. Jose, every Picasso, showing some love. Everybody. Justin Ridley. Somebody said boxing was dead. Old Cavity. Boxing really dead.
That's boxing.
They've been saying it for a long period of time.
Tell me why I thought that said crotch hunter.
Carl, that's the crocodile hunter, man.
Oh yeah,
crotch hunter. I was like, damn, bro. That's
like he's in Australia riding kangaroos and crocodiles.
Oi.
He's the Virgil Ortiz fan club of Australia as well, too.
Okay.
All right. Salute to Australia. We got a man.
Which fight y'all want to start with?
But no, I'm very appreciative of what he's been doing. I mean, I know, I understand there might be but man, he's making these fights happen, man. Best boxing has been in 25 years, Justin Ridley saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're giving us the fights, but bro, like you did, I don't know. Have you ever? Could you imagine? Listen, okay, you got the biggest fight possible, right? And the person next, you want to get hype and yell and stuff like, and the person next to you is asleep. Like the action's happening, but the person next to you is asleep. That's what it feels like when you're watching those events, bro. Like, you know, it was like fake cheering and like, I don't know, it felt like they was pumping the noise or they were just pushing the noise to us. Cause you know, you can do a lot with AI. You understand what I'm saying? You really can. And I just felt like the energy is just, it feels funny watching these fights because it's not the same energy.
Right.
Like you would, I mean, even if, let's say all of us went to a bar and we drinking and stuff like that, and we just being obnoxious and talking about the fight, like we couldn't even get hype because what we're watching is not, I don't know, man. It feels like a Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
It feels fake.
So, yeah, I guess we got to cope with getting the fights, but not necessarily in the environment most conducive to getting the full atmosphere of a fight, you know. And I think you're going to get that in certain places. And, hey, maybe it's catered towards and maybe, you know, our thoughts, we cater it towards sort of our audience, the British audience, the Mexican audience. I think those are three of them. Even the Australian audience, when I've seen them, when George Kambosos is fighting down there, for instance, or you got some others down there, these are like live audiences that are really into it. And you get that feel that you could place a fight, an Australian fight here in America, an American fight there, whatever. You don't get that there. And even in Japan, where they're culturally in their stadium, it gets fairly quiet. But when you see these knockouts happen, they get pretty live over there as well. But you just don't get that big fight environment that you would get in some of these other spots. So I guess that's something we're going to have to cope with, because they do put some on here, but Saudi Arabia is going to continue to be, I guess, a player for some of these bigger ones. You know, I had forgot for a second, actually, that it was happening in Saudi Arabia. And then, I was reminded again. And of course, this is just going to be a different environment, you know?
That shit bogus as hell, bro. Like, I bet you they don't even have a concession stand. Like, you can't get a hot dog there for sure. I know some of y'all like y'all hot dogs without the buns, but you can't even get. I ain't see nobody with no nachos.
Maybe a beef hot dog. You might get a beef.
You might have a hookah at that joint, but god damn, bro. Like, listen, man, they corrupted the energy of the sport. This is corrupted. You feel me?
Hey, it's a trip. No, I feel you know.
What you guys think of the prelims though? The opening bouts. They had some unknown fighters. 1-0.
Yeah,
man,
they did.
Africa's
I think some people.
Close.
I think some people were put on from like Jose.
See how high them shorts were on that guy?
Oh yeah, they were hiked up to his chest. He was in there with a 16-year-old.
Yeah, he was in there with Jose Benavidez fighter, 16-year-old kid.
And shout out to him though for that.
Oh yeah.
16-year-old making his debut in Saudi with a dude who got his trunks pulled up to his throat.
He couldn't do no body shots on him, man. He had no way to throw a body shot on this guy.
Yeah, motherfuckers, they ain't no Uber drivers. The motherfuckers got Uber camels. You feel me?
They were right up to the nipples, bro. Those shorts.
Oh yeah. Hey, shout out Carl, studying to be a marine scientist. Salute that to you, Carl. That's good stuff right there.
That's dope.
Keep at it.
Hey man, I'm like they call me a Merzaddy, bro. If I show y'all my underwater, scuba diving type shit, you'd be like, oh yeah. Hey, listen, man, we love the ocean, man. Y'all stop polluting it, stop putting plastics in there. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful life down there, and you guys are fucking it up.
Go follow Ball and Buds. That's our partners out there, Omar Fonseca. So let's fucking go, brothers.
Omar.
That's Omar. He just had a stream too. You guys go check him out.
Shout out Omar.
In the mix. Was live earlier. Shout out to my brothers.
Oh, that was there? Oh, yeah. So Ball and Buzz podcast. Yep. Be sure to check him out, folks, for sure.
Omar, make sure you tell Jimmy to get us some booty cushions when we have to sit on them hard ass benches. Them church benches he got down there. We gonna need some cushions when we go down there to watch the fight. We'll come, but hey, man, my cheeks I got old cheeks, man. The bones is tough down there. I need something soft to sit on.
Hey, so the first fight that I seen was of significance was Vito Milnicki.
Oh yeah, man, looking sharp.
That was a great
he
fight.
Really good, and he ended up closing out the show, right? So,
hey,
final round, right? Final round.
Yeah, round before ninth.
Ninth.
Hey, he and his opponent came in shape. He built like a tank, and Vito. But the thing I kept saying when I was watching with some others is that man, that right, not just the right, but certainly that right from Vito was just snapping every time you see it landing. You could see that snap on that punch, bah, bah. And he was getting them, and I was like, "Woo, this dude is in shape because a lesser fighter probably went down earlier."
Hey, the African Italian dude, Italian dude put them things on Vito. Hey, we ain't gonna just act like Milnicki had it good, bro. He looked. Hey, I gotta give him credit. He looked as sharp as he's ever looked. He looked. I mean, he looked amazingly sharp. But he got some defensive things he need to shore up because that African dude, he ain't had no quit in him. And he could crack, and the left hook just seemed like it just kept getting to him.
Great coaching by Ronnie Shields, making sure that he made the adjustments too. So I seen that. That's one good thing. Their production was really good. I don't know if you noticed that their replay highlights were fucking badass. They did corner, and you could hear they had the microphones in there, and you could hear Ronnie Shields because he speaks kind of low. Ronnie Shields got a very loud voice, so able to hear all the instructions and pretty sharp, man. I like the production though of the show.
Yeah, and I thought old dude was game, and I hadn't seen the what is his name, Momoa or something like that, or something, Namoma. I hadn't seen him prior to this, and all of his fights were in Italy prior to this particular fight. And I thought he had a solid showing there as far as, man, he was game, kept coming forward. And he did land some good shots, but I felt like Vito, he just found a way to keep snapping those punches in. As mentioned, I think that right, certainly when he was mixing that straight, man, it was finding a place. And that dude, he was taking it. He just kept taking it. But right before that stoppage, he got hit with, I can't remember, but he got hit with a hook, and you saw the way he shook his head, and I was like, "Oh, something's off right now." So it did. Of course, it was over shortly thereafter.
And Clubber D brought it up. His hand was fucked up. He wasn't throwing his right. I don't know if you throwing jabs.
He was around the 7th round.
Yeah, I heard him mention that in the corner. Yeah, shout out Clubber D.
What'd he say? He said, "Hey, use the left hand." Hey, that's a lesson in toughness right there. Hey, your left hand, right hand. Hey, I hurt my right hand. Well, use your left hand. That's what his coach. And his coach still told him to throw that motherfucker.
Yeah, hey, you got to. Anyway. Hey, that's the adversity you need. I think Vito needed this fight, and realistically speaking, 160 is fairly wide open. We got, of course, Janovic, but outside of that, you have some decent names that are there, but it's fairly wide open. There's not one. Yeah, Carlos Adames, he's there.
Janovic.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, you got Janovic. You got some others that are kind of in the mix, but no one that I would look at and say, okay, yeah, this is the undisputed, no doubt, best 160-pounder. No one else can touch him. I feel like, it's fairly open.
Yeah. Who was that they had? Nelson Mandela was in there. He was holding on to the fighter's hand. He was holding on to his hand a little too long. I was like, damn, Nelson.
I heard somebody say Morgan Freeman too.
Yeah, he was like he was smelling my boy's neck, bro. Like,
hey, hey, that's the truth. I know exactly who you're talking about there. That's what's up right there.
Hey, listen, man. When y'all go, for the audience people, when you go back and rewatch the fight, pay attention to look at the crowd, bro. Like, I seen there was like two shorties that had went and sat in the front row, and the one girl kept playing with her hair, And then I was just looking at the dudes that was around her. Bro, not a single one of them didn't. They eyeballs didn't go left. They head didn't turn left. They didn't look at them women at all, bro. It was just really weird looking at. It was weird, bro. They not moving. It was just stiff. Like it's like they was uninterested. Like how you ringside, and that's what y'all offer.
Yeah, I think there were just some guests of another person there to watch the boxing who was a guest. And very interesting environment for sure. But hey, they're trying to show that Saudi Arabia is open for business and open for tourism. You know, they showed a little segment there in the midst of it. Some people there at the fights, pre-fights or whatever, they're punching that little gaming thing. So I guess they had sort of some gaming type environment and festivities there beforehand. So they're trying to show that they're open for business, but of course, we're a far cry right now from, hey, people just going to Saudi Arabia to watch a fight in the same capacity that you would some of these other spots. You know what I'm saying? Because, British fans travel, but you don't see them travel there to Saudi Arabia. So that's interesting, right? Or at least I haven't seen it visually there on the screen, but we usually know it. And we usually hear them, and they support their fighters. And thus far, I haven't seen it to that degree as of yet, because I might imagine there, just some slight differences, Yeah,
they got some rules over there that if you don't follow, you will end up in jail. Like, hey, women, if y'all go to watch a fight in Saudi, do not talk back, don't touch any males, and definitely don't run your mouth like you do in the States, because they'll throw your ass in jail. For real. Imagine going to jail because you talk back to a man. Don't tap nobody on the shoulder and ask them nothing, because you going to jail for assault.
Jose said he ain't going. Jose?
Listen, man, they got a lot of work to do on human rights before they start opening up. They got a lot of work to do. And I'm just saying that because nobody else will.
Yeah, no, you're right.
They got some work to do.
You're 1,000% right. Yeah, people will take the money and all that stuff, but you're right.
Yeah, I mean, people are selling. I mean, they're getting that check.
Yeah,
man, all money ain't good money.
No, that's the truth right there. That is the truth.
All money ain't good money. Now, all them Insta thoughts be getting that. Be getting them chocolate showers over there. You feel me? Willy Wonka style.
Oh no!
$100 bands for the chocolate shower.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. So we'll see how things continue to develop. But hey, another great fight. Speaking of a British fighter being in the mix, and you can hear some of his people there, but just imagine that fight, in the UK or something, or here. But Abdullah Mason, Sam Noakes. I was looking forward to that one. I was very much looking forward to it because I thought it would be surprising because both of them could punch, and I feel like it stretched both fighters as far as what was going on there with the. And I'll say that I had it 115, 113 for Abdullah Mason. And I think the thing that I loved about what Sam Noakes was doing was he was not the better boxer. He didn't have that skill set that Abdullah Mason had. But one of the things that I think helped him was that you didn't see him wasting unnecessary punches or whatever. So he knew that he was probably going to get his best work in on the inside. So while he was there in his guard, he was like he knows his skill set. And so that's what allowed him to stay in there. He reminded me kind of Ricky Hatton in there on the inside, but the more skilled boxer was Abdullah Mason. He needed this fight to stretch him, and he showed that he could overcome some adversity. Same with Sam Noakes. He overcame some adversity because he got stung and tagged with some stuff, and he hung in there. I think the right person won, and I wouldn't mind seeing that fight again sometime down the road. As a matter of fact, I want to see both of them as they continue forward as well.
Man, possibly fight of the year. Shit.
No, you giving it that much?
I don't know about fight of the year, but maybe
I saw that fight. I saw that fight as a great learning experience for both fighters. I was a little bit disappointed in Abdullah, if I'm being real with you, because I think he could have made the fight a lot easier. Noakes is a flat-footed fighter, and there's another thing that we're gonna have to get on, because we need to get on these referees' heads. Pause. You know what I mean? Like, those are the worst refs you could possibly have for championship event level fights like that, bro, you need to have some solid referees because Noakes was leading with his head. I mean, we ain't got to the Benavidez thing yet. We're going to get there, but it was some bogus stuff that was done. Punches behind the head, like just a bunch of weird stuff. Didn't get, nobody said nothing about it. Was like probably round 9 before the referee even gave Noakes a warning for leading with his head. You know, that was crazy, bro. Like, but back to the tactics, man. I think Abdullah made the fight a lot tougher than it needed to be because Sam Noakes was flat-footed and he couldn't actually do anything with Abdullah unless Abdullah stayed in front of him. And the way Abdullah was going to the body with them hooks, he was folding them up like a lawn chair, bro.
You're right. He could have made it easier.
Man, he could have made it easier. He took a lot of damage.
His
in that
range when he was at distance, bro, he was fucking cracking Noakes. Noakes didn't have that reach advantage like Abdullah did, you know. And he fought nice on the outside, bro.
Yeah, but Noakes got that dog in him. No, we got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, no, he was getting in there and getting them shots off,
especially at that tail end. Because he got tagged with some stuff. He was hanging there, and he caused. Oh, to your point, he caused the cut on his head himself. He kind of brought Abdullah into his head, whatever. And there on the inside, you did get ugly at a number of times there. Just, I think, naturally in the way they fought. And that's one of the things that I mentioned. He reminded me, Noakes did on the inside at least, of Ricky Hatton in that sense, because a lot of the work that he used to do on the inside looked fairly similar. You know, not that they're the same fighter or whatnot, but it reminded me of that. And sometimes, it depends on the referee, you know, and what they allow in there and how stern they are as far as their warnings and them getting in there and trying to essentially nip it in the bud there early on. But as you let it go on and on, then of course it gets a lot harder to, you know, start to take at least I can't conflate it with the amateur only, but if you let it go on for such a long period of time, then taking the point starts to get a little bit more deflating and is not properly used in the place or in the way that it probably should, because the intent of the whole points thing and taking points is to ensure that the rules are enforced, and you want to set that tone early rather than later, you know.
Yeah, you know, him and Katie Taylor are from the Juggernaut tribe. Them motherfuckers run their head into the wall for practice. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you coming from there for sure. Shout out to Justin mentions Ohio always has a champion, no doubt. Hey, Ohio, one of the premier fighting states, still to this day, they have been in history for a long period of time, even going way back. Some of the great champions have come from Ohio, so there's no doubt right there. Shout out to Bruce Gas, just dropped in. Bruce Gas. Check him out.
Sugar Nunez and El Vaquero Navarrete are going to be fighting.
Oh, yeah. I had heard about that like a week or so back. I did see that. That's a good one. That's an interesting one. Right there. Good one. There'll be some action for sure.
That might be the fight of the year.
Yeah. Right. Has the makings for sure. Maybe we'll get that. Yeah, I'm for it.
Bruce Gas in the house. What's up, my brother? You should hop on here. We're gonna chop it up.
Salute that to your Bruce. Be sure to go check him out, folks. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. That other one the one that was after that. So we're looking for Abdullah Mason champion now. Shout out Abdullah. We'll see what's next for him. We'll see what's next for Sam Noakes. But after that, it was Bam putting on a clinic, basically putting on a clinic. I salute Puma. He's tough. He took some shots for a good long period, but man, Bam was putting on a clinic there with him. Puma really didn't have much to offer. Certainly from a skill set department, it's just a different level, but he had that heart, that grind there. But I thought that Bam was chopping him up, and it probably could have ended earlier than it did, to be honest.
Man, that fight tripped me out. I thought Puma would come in and be a tough test. Man, Bam schooled the shit out of him, bro. And Fernando, man, Puma is badass, bro. I mean, you're talking about a world champion. He made a world champion look ordinary.
Is he badass?
He's badass, bro.
That motherfucker got 4 left feet. It looked like he ain't learned to tie his shoes till he was 9, fam. Like, what is all that? I mean, he crosses his feet up like he's like he had it like it's like he didn't have
ran
no
through everybody
balance.
else. Fernando Martinez looked good, man. He was a bully. He beat the shit out, knocking people out, right? With that colored hair.
Crazy.
With that
boy. His style was crazy, bro. His style was crazy. I honestly, man, that dude was not. He was nowhere near on Bam's level.
Nowhere near it. No. Yeah, exactly.
No. Not even close, man. And I think Bam played around a little too much.
Yeah.
He rolled the dice a little bit because that motherfucker was tough, bro. That dude was, man, his nose was busted up from round 1, bro. That nose was broken round 1 easily.
Yeah, he kept messing with it too.
Yeah, all dog, man.
Like Bam was in the Matrix, bro. Like he knew he was always, he had a smile on his face when he knocked him out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I saw him stick out his tongue a few times too. Yeah, he was.
You play his fight in slow motion. It looks like he's got an eye on everything. Like he's in that focus mode, you know.
It looked like he was in there working on stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this is a world championship fight, you know. But it looked like Bam was just in there. Okay, let me see if I can work.
Easy for him, bro. He didn't even turn it up, bro.
That's a good way to describe it, Josh.
Yeah, it's like that. It remind me of some sparring sessions, you know, when you're just in there kind of, all right, we're going to work on this in particular there. You know, we're not going to get mixed up in such and such. We're not going full steam like that. We're just kind of working on such and such. Catch and shoot. We're going to try out some things, you know.
Yeah,
and
it's a championship fight, though. We getting sparring vibes, right?
right.
Come on, man. See,
right.
Does that
unification belt? Yeah, it took his belt, bro. Shit.
That adds to some of the disappointment about the energy, right?
Yeah.
You got a major car like this, and you got at least 5 African cab drivers. You know what I'm saying? At least 5. Right, you introducing some fresh meat. Then we got a young 16-year-old killer that's training with Benavidez and them. Like, you know, we introducing a 16-year-old. Wait a minute, hold up a second. Where the fuck are the labor laws at? How we got a child entering the professional ranks in Saudi? They allowing that shit?
Hey.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
Well, you know, their guy, I forget his last name, but the one who fought after, he was 17. You know, he fought on that Crawford and Canelo undercard as well. This was his second fight, so he's 17. So it's interesting.
Maybe so we have places that don't have labor laws. Let's think about that. How else do you get that? How else do you get that city built in 6 months where the rain came out of the floor? You get what I'm saying? So
that's something serious for sure. There are other spots you can turn pro, but they're known for boxing. Like Justin mentioned, Devin Haney turned pro at 16. He was fighting in Mexico and all of that stuff, but Mexico is known for it for sure. Of course, we don't associate Saudi Arabia with boxing, or at least we did it. We do now, I guess you can say. But you know what I'm saying? So, no, you make a good point there. Hey, that's one of the deeper issues.
We're talking about labor laws, ain't we?
That's a deeper issue right there, but you're right. You're 100%, and it's a known thing in the region in general. To be honest,
Bam's shooting for undisputed, man. He's got Willabando Garcia Perez left, who holds the IBF strap. So
yeah, he's gonna be undisputed for sure.
Yeah, man. He don't have a. There's not a threat in sight. Just like Devin's path to welterweight supremacy is like,
right.
Golly, bro.
The welterweight.
We got Rolly, Riot, and Barrios. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What are we doing,
Louis
man?
Crocker.
It used to be Spence and Crawford. I mean, Spence and Boots. At the top.
Boots.
Virgil.
Yeah. Boots
and
then
then
Virgil left.
we had all the welterweights. They all moved up. That was a pretty strong welterweight division back then. I think now it's not that strong.
Oh yeah, it's very much different now. It's going to be relying on other 140 pounders to move up to make it livelier again. Because right now, I mean Abdullah. Hey, the opportunity is there for Abdullah if he wants to shoot for that undisputed crown right there. Realistically, even at 20, what is he, 21, 23, or no, 21, 21, right?
Youngest champ, right now, youngest champ in boxing.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
So he's 21. So, hey, very much. I mean, I think he matches up with all the champions there right now: Rolly, Barrios, and Lewis Crocker. I mean, just thinking about each of them, technically speaking, I think he's technically better than all of them, and he got a little pop to him. So, hey, if that's something he's aiming for, that potential is there. But you got Connor Benn out there as well, who says he wants to come back down to 147. He's talking like he's ready to make some noise, but we'll see.
Hey man, I'm on them motherfuckers' heads, bro. Hell no. That motherfucker was on. He was suspended for performance enhancing drugs and got to come to America and fight while he was in suspension in his own country. And then he got a nerve to run his mouth, bro. He lucky he's even allowed to be in boxing, bro. Like we gonna fire him up every rip. Every rip. We gonna because I'm this shit is pissing me off, fam. I'm just keeping the bean with y'all because you know what I'm saying? UK is little as fuck. Like I think New York probably bigger than the UK. How are they the center of boxing? Like let's say everybody in the UK fought each other and the best of the best came out of there. Man, our C-level fighters is cooking them niggas, bro. Straight up cooking them every time. Yo, they can't fuck with the North American continent, bro. We got some motherfucking hitters. We motherfucking kids come out the womb with the jab out here. You feel me? Like boxing, they want to run the sport. They got to run that shit from America because you want to go to the fights and put the energy in it. We ain't trying to fly to Saudi where our women can't have alcohol, can't talk back. We want to get rowdy a little bit. And no, we ain't talking about no exclusive events because that shit in New York City and Times Square should have been for the people to see, but y'all made it on some class type shit where motherfuckers couldn't watch it. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Oh no, you're right. The way I thought, it was different than what I thought. I didn't know they were gonna have these little barriers up. I thought it was just gonna be open for anyone to just come up there and watch it. But no, they had a little barrier up, and I didn't like that. UK, they got some guys that are scrapped there. I'm gonna say they got some guys that are world level for sure. But that's where you got to get tested at that world stage, So they have some people who are Commonwealth champs, British champs, all that good stuff. But that world stage is where we see them come out. So they got some guys who are on that level there. But for sure, they're certainly smaller. But hey, they got some raucous fans. They turn out. I will say that they turn out.
5 out of their 6 top stars popped hot, didn't they?
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
They got a doping problem. This is what it seems like. We got a doping problem. Man, we need to have the fights of areas where the doping problem ain't too prevalent. It seems like if you go to some of these other small countries, you get away with some shit.
Hey, it's pretty crazy. No, that's something that certainly needs to be nipped in the bud there, for sure.
I mean, listen. I understand y'all need some enhancements in order to get with us, but y'all still get y'all eye sockets and shit broke. Like, imagine if we had some of our. Could you imagine Bud or Deontay Wilder or Errol Spence on the juice, bro? Could you imagine Tank on the juice? You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. That'd be crazy. That would be insane.
Make it legal then. Since y'all want to cheat out, just make it legal.
I can't do that. They don't want that, but we don't want it. Hey, that's what it's about.
You don't win wars by playing fair.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. No, that's something. Hey, they should make it. They should be more strict with that because we've seen cases in the past where a fighter of a certain stature, a certain level of popularity or something, they may not get the same type of treatment as one who isn't necessarily the breadwinner, money maker in that way. But if you bring it in a lot of money, they'll let some things slide.
Yeah, like
to a certain degree, at least.
Like the scorecards.
It's crazy.
Hey, Taylor, Amanda beat you both them times, fam. Yeah, button ass motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh no, that's where we. I had Katie winning. I had Katie winning the last one. I had Katie winning the first one as well.
Mm-hmm.
I had Amanda winning the second one.
First two I had for Amanda.
It's 3, right? They fought 3 times, right?
Yep. Third time, Katie got it easy. First 2 I had for Amanda. They bullshitting.
I definitely didn't like Amanda's style change in that last contest. I feel like that didn't serve her as well as it, I guess, was thought, at least heading in their camp or whatever. But that was too drastic of a change, I felt, right there. And even the fight in itself, it didn't have that same vibe and feel to it.
That first one was a close fight, man. I think the first one you could score it either way,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, hey, good
rivalry. I had Amanda winning that, and the third one I had a Katie winning it. So
yeah, I think the third one, fairly clear. But yeah, the other 2 though, they were tough for sure. They could have gone the other way for sure. I could see it being the case.
Hey, Josh, was it you or was it Clubber D that went with Norman by stoppage?
Oh, not me, because I missed the episode.
I did. I went with Brian Norman by stoppage.
I had Haney via split decision. I need to check what Champ Ross sent anyway. I might have
been based off of last performances. Haney's 2 last performances weren't too great. And Brian Norman was coming off of 2 great performances versus 2 not great performances, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I thought I was going to get all fights correct. I was.
Oh, I did. Hey, we want to talk about it.
DAZN and Garcia fight. That's why I thought Haney.
Oh, yeah, you did.
But I also brought up. I said if the old Haney that fought Lomachenko comes back, then that Haney's going to win because he's going to outbox Brian Norman's and be too good for him. The jab, the Devin Haney's jab's back. The nice jab that he had before. I seen that in this fight. So man, it was crazy.
I gotta figure out who I was wrong on.
You guys freak out on round 2.
I told you exactly how he was gonna do it. I was like, if he gets on that jab and he uses his lateral movement, it could be an easy night. That's exactly what we saw. We saw Brian Norman. I mean, you know what? I think the problem is that people are so caught up in the culture thing that they're just discrediting the athletes for the work that they've actually put in. Devin went to Mexico when he was 16, and he fought pro fights. He was in the doghouse style at the Mayweather gym. He's been training with killers I think he's been a millionaire since he was a teenager, if we're being real. And he's accumulated a lot of skills, right? And it's just people they just don't like him for some reason. Maybe it's because his dad runs his mouth, but this is boxing. The people who run their mouth seem to get the most attention. So the squeaky wheel gets the oil or the grease or however they say that. But man, listen, I'm proud of Devin because if we keep it a bean again, Devin has went to the next weight class and he fought the toughest champion, right? Yeah. Brian Norman is better. He's better than Barrios. I think Brian Norman sleeps Barrios. I definitely think Brian Norman sleeps Rolly. You know what I'm saying? So if you're asking me, Devin fought the toughest guy at 147. He beat him with skills, and we need to start giving this young man some credit, man. Why not get behind him? Why not support him?
Oh yeah,
be proud to be supporting a winner.
No, hey, I think you're right. I think he's got one of the best resumes in boxing. If you look at it, especially for these guys around this welterweight, from lightweight to welterweight, he definitely has one of the best resume. He might have the best resume out of all of them from lightweight to welterweight. And that's just me not thinking beyond that because he was at lightweight essentially. But no, hey, I picked him. Hey, I was with you. I picked Haney to win because I looked at the 2 kind of matched up in Norman. A lot of people consider him a big time puncher. I looked at Devin's size and I was saying to myself, I think the weight is going to do Devin well, especially seeing them next to each other. You could tell he was killing himself to imagine to get down there to 135 or whatever. And certainly in that second Cambosos fight, I believe that might have been that was his last one at 135. So I figured like this move up was going to be good for him. And I think it showed there with Norman. Hey, I give him props for coming back from that shot or getting dropped, and he was legit hurt. And, He worked his way through that because he was glossy eyed there for a bit.
His nose is
made it out.
He got his hard drive rebooted in round 2. Like
right.
That nose was wiggling, bro. It was broken wiggling, bro. Like straight.
Hey, I give it to him. He's tough. So hey, I still would favor him over, like you said, the rest of the 147ers there outside of Haney. So that's a tough win for Haney right there, and he made it. Hey, he won comfortably as far as the scorecards are concerned. For me, I thought it was a comfortable win for him. Not necessarily comfortable at all points throughout the fight, but that from a scoring perspective, I thought it was a clear victory for Devin Haney there.
Yeah, definitely. And then the odds makers had the fight even. If you guys were going to place bets, the fight was pretty much even because they didn't know. Like, Devin was coming off of two poor performances, and Brian Norman did have tough fights. So on the opposition, might have been better for Devin Haney, right? Fought the better opposition, but Brian Norman Jr. also had very tough fights where he had to go over to Japan and handle business and enemy territory.
They noted that he turned pro in Mexico. I didn't know that, but apparently Norman turned pro at 17 in Mexico. At least that's what they said on the broadcast. I didn't know that prior to that, or at least I mentioned.
Yeah, but we can't act like Jen Sasaki was all world or nothing like that. We know here in America that the Japanese fighters don't get their head off the center line. They got a problem with that, so they're available to get cracked.
Different
just
style.
Like he got cracked.
Yeah, different kind of style. Totally, you're right.
So the thing with Norman that I saw that is also a glaring weakness for him is his footwork, his foot placement. When if you guys want to know if a fighter is good at fighting off the back foot, when you see the guy square up, look at their back foot. If their back foot is flat on the ground, then they're looking to do power. You know what I'm saying? They're looking to use power. And a lot of times guys who have their feet off the background, they're able to push off the ball of their foot and pivot and get around and move around. A guy that does that is going to be able to get around a guy who doesn't understand timing. Brian Norman Jr. needed timing. He needed to be able to punch with Devin Haney, and he needed to be able to cut the ring off properly. And he wasn't any good at both of those. He wasn't very good in the clinch. And I just felt like Devin beat him at all aspects. He dominated him in every aspect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, one more thing. I'm sorry. One last thing. On the Devin Haney side of the game, young fella, heavyweights throw more punches than you, man. If you want people to get on your side, you got one of the best jabs in boxing. Put that stick on them, fam. Get your output up, man. You can't be throwing less punches than heavyweights, bro. Like that makes people get bored with the fight, man. Pump the jab, man. Give us at least 15 jabs around.
Yeah, and I was gonna mention that jab for Haney was like, look, it was elite, and he was just snapping. You could have snapping his head every time. But like you pointed out, the only reason that Norman got some of those rounds on the back end is because Haney, he stopped throwing for some reason, and he was allowing him these opportunities to come in there. But when Haney was locked in, focused there, right there in the middle of the ring, man, the amount of times that Norman was missing these hooks he was trying to throw in there, it was looking like Haney could see them things coming a mile away, showing you his reflexes are on point as well. So Haney, like you said, if he would have threw more, I think in some of those back end rounds, it would have been an even wider decision, in my opinion. But he just didn't throw as many, when we've seen that before. But hey, why not? He's conditioned, to go, hey, come on. Especially at least keep that jab snapping like it was, because he could not block that jab for his life. Norman, that is, the way it was snapping his head with that jab, I was just like, oh, this Haney all day right here.
Yep, absolutely, man. I mean, now to Brian Norman's credit, when he did hit Devin, it was like, but it was only like one shot. It was never two. It was like one shot, and it's like, oh shit, Devin might got a problem. Oh, Devin looking a little like Glassjaw right now. Devin, please don't get knocked down. They gonna roast you, fam. There was no follow-up.
Pillow fist Haney, all that trash talk. He kind of quiet the haters yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, he set him and Regis down in the second, didn't
All right. Hey, yeah, he did. He did.
Set him down.
Yeah, he tracked him. Yeah, it did, and it didn't look like Norman was gonna make it out of there, But hey,
Yeah.
hey, like I said, give it to him. But to your point there, Ernest, you were talking about how Norman is with his footwork, but I think that was showing with these hooks that he was missing, because he needs to set himself and then kind of load up there and throw these things. Some of them looking like a gazelle punch or whatever. But man, Haney was seeing those things all day.
When Devin caught the first one, I was like, oh, this is a problem. He caught the first one in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
The old boy was launching them left hooks early, trying to see if he could catch him with the Ryan Garcia shit. Boy, the dude bag is deep, bro. He made adjustments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He made some adjustments. But another thing Brian does is when he throws his brick hand, his back foot goes forward, like he squares himself up. So he puts himself out of position by, throwing the brick hand, and his his rear foot is dragging. It's coming forward. It's out of position. So, Brian is I thought, honestly, after watching Brian and when he fought Santillan, Santillan.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh.
He destroyed him. Yeah, he destroyed
I was like, Brian, he's it, bro. He's that guy. But, everybody's going to have problems with slick black fighters, period. Even athletic dudes. So, I just wish there was more action. That's all.
Yeah. No, hey, that would probably be the only thing right there as far as Haney. But hey, he showed 147. Hey, he has the makings of someone who can go there and do his thing, become undisputed potentially as well. Maybe we see him and Abdullah Mason at some point here down the road. That seems to be where paths could ultimately head,
Hey, Jose, man, y'all got a problem, bro. I mean, aside from Anthony Sims Jr. and some of them Cuban dudes, I feel like we done figured out what to do. Y'all motherfuckers be watching they work a little too long, and the athletic fighters be getting busy while y'all ain't getting busy, and y'all are starting to lose now. Y'all better get y'all people together.
Hey.
Y'all had the best shot. If any out of everybody in the world, y'all got the best shot.
Oh yeah.
Hey, speaking of Cuban fights, man, a big Cuban fight on the horizon is Andy Cruz going up against what's his name from California?
Who is it? I know it's a damn good fight too. Yeah.
Why am I not thinking of his name? Right. He's got a brother too that fights.
Yeah, I don't remember off top as well, but I know what you're talking about. It's a damn good fight as well.
Murataya. Yeah, there you go. Raymond Murataya.
Oh yeah, Raymond. Yeah, man, crazy.
He's got a brother named Gabriel Murataya too that fights. But Raymond.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, bro.
Murataya and Cruz are fighting.
Oh.
Yeah, Murataya. Hey, he's legit. So this should be interesting. Hell of a fight for Andy Cruz to take.
Pick on that one.
Yeah. No, that's a hell of a fight for Cruz to take. As far as But of course he's schooled. He has the pedigrees, but that is a damn good one right there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I have to think on it.
I'm gonna have to do some serious film study on that one.
Oh yeah. No, I think it has the makings of something pretty special right there. So I'm with you there for sure. So we'll see how it goes there as time goes on.
And then we had the main event, didn't we?
Woo! Man. Benavidez beat the brakes off Yarde, to be honest with you.
Bro.
Beat the brakes off of him. Y'all said Benavidez said y'all said that I couldn't get knockouts up here or whatever. They're like, all right, I'm gonna take it out on Anthony.
Bro,
direct hit, man. KO7. On the show, I said KO4, but when I put my picks in, I put KO7.
Hey, man,
KO9 of mine.
I went with KO11, but I described to the T exactly how it was gonna happen. I said David it's just too many punches, bro. Anthony Yarde don't throw enough punches. And then when he was throwing punches, you know, it seemed like he wasn't putting a lot on him, like he was trying to conserve energy type deal. And he wasn't putting a lot on his punches early. He'd
No.
probably throw like 5 or 6 shots and maybe one hard shot out of the 5 or 6, right? And it was like a hard shot to the body, which is what we wanted to see him do. We wanted to see him go to counter to David's body and punch with David. Those were his best shots to win. But man, when that nose got broke, and David went and did a 18 punch illegal combo that the referee didn't say shit about. I was like, oh, bro, that dude fouled him 19 times if you count him holding his head. This ain't bare knuckle, bro. That's illegal, y'all. In case for y'all that don't know, you can't hold somebody by the back of the head and punch him with the other hand, and definitely can't do it 18 times.
Hey, depends on the angle. Hey, when you look at it from the top angle, you can say that Yarde was holding his arm, but I think it was a mixture of Benavidez. Hey, he took advantage of that placement of the official as well, just throwing it in there. Yeah. But hey, that's the way you should do for any fighter out there until the official breaks you up. And I'm saying this as an official myself, then hey, keep punching.
Yeah. So David, and he went for it again too. He went. Yeah. I think Yarde hit him with a body shot and started talking some smack, and David was like, "All right, bet." Hey, hold this. It was a Street Fighter combo. Like we always talk about, David charged up. I saw Anthony Yarde lifeline. It was dwindling.
Oh yeah.
Golly,
man.
Bro. He was leaking something serious, man.
Yeah, he did him in. It was just like Benavidez. He was trying to prove a point, and he proved it. And hey, I think it's good it was stopped in. He looked done after that first knockdown anyway, you know, even though he got hit on the way down. We've seen worse violations, of course, in terms of someone actually being on a knee and getting hit. I think it was just, a crazy sequence right there. So Benavidez got deducted those 2 points, but Yarde, he looked out of it right there anyway because he was going down voluntarily, you know, kind of just, all right, like, it's too much for me right here. Yarde, for me, hey, of course, he always looks the part. If you look at him and you see the two of them next to each other, you're just like, hey, no way. But, man, Benavidez, you see why they call him the Mexican monster. And I think that showed right there. And one of the things with Yarde, and I think this has been the case, at least from my vantage point, is if you look at when they show like some of the cut segments, side segments or whatever of him in training, like leading up to the event or whatever, sometimes when he's in there, it looks like he's just messing around there in training when he's sparring or whatever, messing around, you know. But that's how he comes into the actual contest of fighting. Like you're saying there, he's just doing this little paw and kind of moving his head, using pawing one punch at a time and all that stuff. And certainly that's not going to work on David Benavidez. But I think that's kind of one of his issues right there, especially when you get in there with those guys that throw a lot of punches or those guys that are power punches. You got to, and he's shown glimpses of like, okay, he's the real deal in some fights, but there have been others where, it's just like, I don't know, it's like he's not locked in a way where he's really trying to just get in there and tear something apart, you know?
Yeah. He didn't do that much to Better Beef, but he had more success with Better Beef than Benavidez, I believe. I think this fight, he got his ass beat, you know, with Benavidez compared to how Better Beef still fucked him up, but he had his moments.
Yeah, he had some moments, and he cracked Better Beef a time or two, I recall from that fight. But with Benavidez, I guess it was just too much output, and you're certainly not gonna beat him with that kind of.
My question is, why is he not calling out Better Beef? And it's going up to Zerto. That's his plan. He's got a plan already. He's going up to Cruiserweight to fight Zerto. Why not calling out Better Beef, right?
Better Beef and Bivol are getting ready to get at it again.
Yeah.
And David is next in line. So instead of him being inactive, I feel like he can make that weight again. I feel like instead of him being inactive, he's going to go ahead and clean the board off because what's happened to him is disrespectful. Canelo needed to get the beats by Dre beat off of him too. And that's exactly what he would have got. You know what I'm saying? David would have beat him to a pulp, bro. to a Pope, and it's a shame that they ducked that fight for the fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now Canelo out here talking about he want to get back at Bud. Nigga, fight David Benavidez.
Right.
You got his vacant belt. Fight him for real. You feel me?
Right. Yeah. And
borrow your belt back so you can fight David for it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah. Just we that's one that, man, Canelo, come on. But hey, you look at what he did to Yarde, you understand why Canelo ducked that fight. You know, Canelo like, hold up, no, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, man. You saw how Crawford messed all that up.
Yeah,
boy, David would have had him looking bad, fam.
It is crazy. It is crazy. And then with so I think Benavidez moved up because apparently I know at least here over the last month or a couple of months, Benavidez was looking to make a fight before a fight with Bivol, because I guess they're going to do it next year at some time. And I don't know, maybe he's still going to fight someone. And of course, for Benavidez, there's nobody else to fight besides Bivol or Benavidez at 175 because Yarde was number 4. Number 3 is Caleb Smith. We know what he'll do to Caleb. And then you look at everyone below Yarde, he would destroy all of them. So he's like, hey, I'm just going to not wait, and I'm just going to go ahead and move up, take on Zerto. This is another chance at a belt in another division right here. And this should be a good one because of the fact that both of them throw a lot of punches, so it should be action.
But you see, that lends to my talking point again. This is what I'm saying. Like, if the very best of the best, all those names you named are UK fighters. If the very best of the best of UK have a tournament and their very best fighter comes out, David Benavidez fought at a weight class lower than him. We had a dude come up from a weight class and put you in the retirement, my guy. Like, that's why they cannot be in control of boxing. They don't have the talent level to be over there doing it. And then the stuff, and when you listening and watching the broadcast, they talking about clashes between, you know, 2 C-level fighters, and they gonna put it in Wembley and you know what I'm saying, and shit like why are you getting ready to put 2 C-level fighter in a 90,000 stadium and then people gonna eat it up? We not going for that here. We're not going for that, man. Like, come on, man. Like, what we gonna do? Like, who do we got? We got David. Like, so I think whatever country has, let's say, 5 of the best in the world, boxing should be centered there. Mm-hmm. So right now we got Clarissa, and we got the women and the men's. We got Bud and Clarissa, the king and queen of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Till somebody beat them, everybody else got to shut the hell up.
Yeah. Hey.
And then we got our Mexican brothers down there. They whooping ass too. You know? So in Africa, y'all got a long ways to go, bro. Like, we're gonna be whooping on y'all for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Till y'all come up with y'all own rap style. We're gonna be whooping on y'all. I'll tell you right now.
They got people making moves, but no, hey, we'll see. You know, you're right. Hey, and just imagine that, like you said, we were talking about the environment. Imagine Benavidez doing that, and it was out in Cali or somewhere, you know, or over here, anywhere really. Man, crowd would have been going crazy. Just like, oh my goodness, you've been hearing it, you know. That's the difference.
Now instead, all the best fights we got in the world, we got to sit down there and watch a bunch of dudes that's going commando in the front row with no emotions on their face and no concessions.
Yeah, definitely a different vibe.
Jerry Jones, man, you got the bread, fam. Come on, man. Get into this thing. Tell your sons or somebody to get into boxing, bro. Yes, this is a billionaire sport, and Jake Paul is excluded. We do not consent to having him in our sport trying to promote nothing. I don't care what he's doing. He's pimping boxing. He's bad for boxing. All that.
I don't think this age is going to come to fruition, bro.
With that?
I don't think they're going to fight, bro. To be honest, this is another show.
Oh, Jake Paul and AJ?
Yeah.
Hey, if it happens, I think that
he's gonna get hurt. Watch or something.
Man, he going to the same place Ngannou went. You know, I think it's Anubis, the dude who be on the underworld with the boat. Like he gonna briefly go meet up with him and get his tickets reserved to the afterlife if he get in the ring with Joshua.
Oh,
If the contract say Joshua can punch him for real.
we go find out there for sure. We certainly, because that's the way you'd expect it to go if it's legit for sure. Yeah, because no way right there, especially seeing them ties up with each other.
I would get my ass beat for some millions. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah,
why not?
So hey. I'll play fucking AJ. Fuck yeah, sign me up. I'll do it for less than $1 million too. Shit.
I mean, my man just got $40 million to pay people. Like, what is going on here? This shit seems strange, man.
Well, no, but hey, look, there's always been a novelty aspect to the sport of boxing, even going way back, all the way back to its inception. There's always been a novelty aspect of it. So I think that, hey, they tend to flow where the money goes. I heard Jake Paul mentioning some things in a post here recently, and he made some great points in terms of some of the things that he's doing. So he is bringing some eyes and attention to the sport. He is working to open up new avenues. Netflix. He was the first to get this Netflix thing going. For as far as boxing is concerned, he signed a lot of the women, and a good point that he made in that regard is that, hey, do you see any of the top fighters in boxing doing the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we say Canelo, for instance, if we say he's the face of boxing, and he has Canelo Promotions, or at least I've seen that on stuff, who is he signing to Canelo Promotions and putting on? You know what I'm saying? Even besides the fact, and Jake Paul, he made a good point. Hey, I'm signing these fighters, and you're seeing them fight on my cards right here. You know what I'm saying? So there's something to that, and I think that adds to the value of the sport right there.
Just promote. He should just promote, because all that other side shit is bad for the sport, in my opinion. I think he should just be. He's like. You remember when Suge Knight went up on the stage at the Hip Hop Awards?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, Jake Paul is the Diddy of boxing. He all up. You don't want your promoter all up in the videos, dancing and shit. Come sign with Death Row. Remember that? That's what Jake Paul is for me for boxing, bro. Just, man, listen. He got enough followers. He got enough money for them to be running an exhibition YouTube boxing league. Like, go get not Rolly did his thing the last time, but snatch Ryan Garcia up, snatch Teofimo up, all them dudes that just run their mouth out here causing division and stressing people out here. Take them dudes and y'all go fight in the YouTube land and leave this real professional boxing stuff alone, where kids dedicate their life to the sport since they're 5 and 6 years old. Leave that for the real competitors and do that exhibition shit somewhere else, man. Because I'm still pissed off about the Mike Tyson thing. You don't put your hands on the elders like that and embarrass the sport. Like what, bro? You know what I'm saying? You moonlighting in our sport, man, and you really making the money. Like, what fighter is the A side for everything? And at every event that they're putting the event on, you getting booed at your own event, bro. How can you be proud of that? You getting booed at your event.
Yeah, I think that adds to the mystique of it, I guess you could say, or I guess less of a mystique right there. But yeah, that plays into it. I think that plays into the stick right there. His sort of relationship with the sport from that perspective as well, you know. And so that is interesting. So one of the things I will say, of course, is that yes, he has it depends on the lens you look at it from, because I view some of these fights as sort of like novelty fights for him, because if you look at it, he's fought a lot of MMA people or some people who are not even boxers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But would you take that as opposed? So would you take Jake Paul doing it here in America versus the other big fights going to Saudi Arabia? You know what I'm saying?
No,
so you have to look at the trade-offs.
Hey, no, neither one of them. You don't make a deal with the devil. Yeah, I said it. You don't make a deal with the devil. All money ain't good money. You know what I mean? So these people need to have pure intentions. You know what I'm saying? Because all this other shit it looked like money laundering if you're looking at it from a financial standpoint. Like, what you doing, fam? You getting ready to go to Miami during the holidays when people's SNAP benefits is cut off and all that, and you over here asking people pay $200, $300, $400, $500 for a ticket to come watch an exhibition fight that you're putting on, trying to make it seem like it's a real professional fight. Fuck that. Yeah, I said it.
But I hear you on that end. But look at it from this lens as well. All of these other what Jake Paul is doing as far as what he's doing for women's boxing. Yeah. All of these other promoters, they've had the opportunity to pay more. They've had the opportunity to put on more events and things of that nature. But it seems that the majority of the top level women, they're moving over to MVP. And I think that is for a reason. And if you look at some of these other top promoters and what they've put into, just say women's boxing, for instance, at one point, Bob Arum, he's interviewed. He said that he didn't think anyone would watch it. He said it doesn't sell or whatever. And he ended up signing some women and all that stuff. And he ended up doing some shows. You had Golden Boy. They've had some women, some left. So it's a mixture of that. But many are going to Jake Paul, and they seemingly are getting the biggest paydays that they've gotten. You know what I'm saying? So there's something there. There's something to that.
I got an idea. Hey, Layla Ali, you are beloved. Yep. You are a direct descendant of the lineage. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? Layla should get in the sport and be a promoter. Matter of fact, there ain't nothing else for Clarissa Shields to prove if we keeping it real. She done did everything she could possibly do in the sport. You know what I'm saying? She done beat everybody's ass. She done got all the accolades she could possibly collect. Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields should put their differences aside and get out there and promote women's boxing and do it the right way, because I think there's an avenue for it to be done. Do not let these scammers get a hold of our sport, man. There has to be an avenue. I understand that women, they need their respect as well because they're gladiators as well. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't. I feel like it seems disingenuous to me, fam. I want to see them make as much money as they can. I feel like all the women boxers should get together and be like, hey, you know what, motherfucker, we want 3-minute rounds so we can put work in. Because every woman that we have interviewed has said that they wanted to fight 3-minute rounds. Every one of them. I can't think of a single woman that didn't say didn't want 3 minutes. But you got dudes who probably piss on their balls every time they go to pee out here talking about, I know what's best for a woman. No, you don't. How about you ask them? Just ask them. You get what I'm saying?
No, I feel you there. 100%. They should certainly be the dictators of what should happen on the women's side. Yeah,
Christy
for
Martin,
sure.
Christy Martin doing her thing, you know.
Oh yeah, she's working some things. So no, I hear you 100%. But I think that Jake, you know, he could have been flash in the pan. You know what I'm saying? He could have been a flash in the pan dude. Just come in and then do his thing and just move on. He's still here. He actually started a boxing promotion company. So he is sticking around and he's made himself a part of this, whether we like it or not. So he hasn't taken a flash in the pan approach towards it. And he seems to have real professional people around him when you look at how these events are ran or whatever, people who've been involved with it, and then people that maybe even not just necessarily boxing, but how to put on an event just in general. If you look at his production is on point. He's doing some things outside of, say, over there in the Saudi area where the ring comes out the ground, that type stuff. But Jake Paul's probably, or the MVP Promotions, their production was probably the best in the sport at this particular stage. You know what I'm saying?
Top notch for sure.
So I think that he's not flashing the pan. I think he's showing that, hey, he's here. He's not just here for a moment. He seems to be geared towards sticking around. You know what I'm saying? So
don't go that far with it. He's like the Miley Cyrus, the no booty twerking of boxing, bro. They come in, they act like they love hip hop and shit like that. They get their ends and then they go on back where they came from. They come get their bread. They extract the brain, dip off their leeches, bro. So let's not give them that much credit. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's the problem. I think people, they get to a point where they got so much money, they think they can just do whatever without having any principles or anything like that behind it. It don't seem right, fam.
Oh yeah,
I don't disagree with you. I know exactly what you're saying is good for the business aspect of it. Yeah, I remember what he said when he was talking to Tank. He was like, "Man, I got the money. I got it. I don't need it." Well, okay, you got the money. You don't need it. Go ahead and hand out 2,000 turkeys when you go fight wherever you fight. 2,000 turkeys. Go ahead and buy 2,000 turkeys and hand them bad boys out to the communities that you're going to fight in, and then let everybody know that you did it, because it seems like you being a villain, but I heard you're doing some cool stuff on the back end. So stop playing the villain role, you know what I'm saying, and let us know what you're really doing so we can either support you or not, because we need an American billionaire to get this boxing back over here, because the shit is getting stupid corny over there with them dudes that English is crazy, bro.
No, I feel you there. I feel you. Hey, well, we got a number of billionaires. I think there's 500 and something in the U.S. supposedly, or something like that. Hey, who's interested? You know what I'm saying? You're right. Jerry has done some things. Errol Spitz was doing some stuff there at the Cowboys practice stadium. Then you got the Dallas, their main stadium, and yeah, but Spitz was from Texas and all that stuff. But yeah, how about extending upon that? You know what I'm saying? But he also has that Cowboy brand, so that's sort of his focus from an overall standpoint. He's not going to put anything before the Cowboys, I'd imagine. But that being said, yeah, he's not the only one. There are plenty of others out there. But hey, I feel Jake Paul, he seems to be putting his money where his mouth is.
Or
Randy brought up a good point about some of these fighters too, making money on the side end. Ebony Bridges, she's done porno, so she's a porn star, and that's crazy. So sex bills what gets her
piped down. She get piped down for the brand.
She boxes, yeah, it's crazy. So yeah,
but I think they're just on OnlyFans. Everyone,
no, she's on the websites.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about that. They illegal.
Yeah, Ebony Bridges, she's that's how she got her fame. It's kind of weird how boxing's kind of, you would think it's positivity, amateurs doing good, but man, sex sells, man.
Well, yeah, OnlyFans, they sponsor a lot of stuff in the sport. All the promoters
you don't have to be pornographic with OnlyFans, though.
Yeah, there are people that have just OnlyFans, and it's not pornographic or anything of that nature.
Yeah.
But they're one of the promoters. You could say the same thing with betting. Betting is causing harm out here, and all the major platforms are talking about these betting platforms as well. So they're gonna take the money, I guess, where they can get it.
Yeah, Ebony. That's the thing. That's what I don't get, man. With some OnlyFans is acceptable. Like, I think Sugar Neeks probably don't got videos, but Ebony, she's got a bunch.
Look at it.
No, what's her boxing nickname?
Ebony Bridges.
The blonde. Her social media is kind of like,
I think the blind bomber or something.
Yeah, be careful with her. She's a little wild.
You
guys that are of faith and want to stay away from bad things, stay away from her. Because she's a boxer. Yo, you gotta.
Me curtains that got beat out of shape. You over here out here trying to keep boxing to get that vaginal rejuvenation service.
Yeah, man. Some people are really desperate for the money in boxing shit.
But no, OnlyFans is sponsoring that. They're sponsoring some of these people as well. To be on the platform.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you follow the money back, all this stuff ends up back in places that got to do with human trafficking and a bunch of weirdo stuff, bro. Like I don't know, man. You can't rub elbows with too many rich people because them motherfuckers be into some weird shit. You understand me? Like you might have somebody that you look up to all your life, and you go to their house and they playing techno music, and you got to sign an NDA and put a banana hammock on and walk around barefoot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. I don't know, man. Like, I'm trying to stay away from motherfuckers with 20,000 square feet houses. But y'all keep y'all freaky shit to yourself. Just put a little bit of bread out here.
Remy knows about the models out there. Remy got the models up.
Yeah, hey, Remy, makes a point. American billionaires network combined 6.7 trillion, which is insane. So you can't say the money isn't there if you're a trillionaire or if you're a billionaire just in general. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, I think the scale of being a billionaire, being an individual that is considered to be a billionaire, that scale compared to the average person is so ridiculous that it's hard to even perceive it, and it's hard to even put it in words. So one of the questions is, why is that the case? Why do we not have more money infused in things? Because there are a lot of people up top who, hey, even if they are billionaires and they're considered to be a friendly billionaire, they seem to want to remain billionaires. And if that means that there's going to be a certain segment that is going to have to be on the lower end, even poverty and all of that stuff, then they seem to be willing and fine with that. But if America is the richest country, to your point there, Ernest, why aren't the biggest fights happening here in America? If we're the richest country.
Remy said when he go everywhere in the Caribbean, they call Remy Zaddy.
Yeah. For research purposes, cover, you got to go follow Remy on Instagram.
Oh man, Remy
he got 2 pages.
Remy said he tried to touch down in the Philippines. You feel me?
Type in Remy.
Hey, yeah, trip. Hey.
Yeah, but man, listen, on a serious note though, I love the sport, man. I love the sport. I love what it does for the youth and for people. Something that may be their only option. And I definitely don't want to have to put hands on people every time I go out the door. So them people need to be in the gyms and in the ring and here for entertainment. We just need to support them.
Yeah,
and we got to figure out how to clean the sport up, man, because it just seems like it's getting mucked up right now.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it there. And hey, you could say it starts at home.
Yeah.
Collectively, yeah, you could say we have the best fighters. So it should be a case where, hey, like you said, we should be putting on the best fight.
Skywalker, I know you want the best for your daughter, right? You don't want
did you see what happened?
No slimy dude. You don't want no slimy dude out here, using your daughter, getting her head kicked in to make $1 million while she only gets 5 racks.
Did you see Kat go win that title, man, with the dirty fighter with no ref helping her? She gets on the airplane. The girl disputes it, says that she's doping. You know what I mean? Go out there in another country and fight and win a tough fight when nobody's helping you, moving up 2 weight classes, beating the brakes off a girl. One judge was crooked because that fight was a clear victory. It's a split decision. So, man, it's crazy, bro. We got to fight for our fighters, man. Sometimes, when we see bad things happening, shady shit, we got to stick up and voice it, whether it gets resolved, that's great. But if sometimes, we voice our opinions and nothing. How many years have we been seeing shady boxing, bro, or bad scorecards? I've kind of like grown used to it, bro. Like,
that's not good though, man.
Yeah, but we talk shit. I throw robbery or I try to voice it, but a lot of times, man, it doesn't go too far,
Yeah, when you got a dude that put another dude in the headlock and punch him in front of the referee 10 times in a fight, that referee need to be fired.
Yeah, that's the only problem, man. When we get shady shit that happens, you ever notice like 2 weeks go by and people completely forget about it, bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
I told Josh about this, but this is what I think is a solution for those judges. When those judges have a bad scorecard and everybody's reacting to it like that, that judge needs to go sit in front of a board and have it on videotape and make them rewatch the fight and each round and tell him why he scored the round for that person, because I don't even feel like these dudes are using the boxing criteria to judge some of these fights. They can't be, bro. Like it just doesn't make sense how some of this stuff is happening. You know what I'm saying? And that needs to go away, because if you play a basketball team, a football team, I mean, yeah, there's some funny business happening in there too, but for the most part, you're getting a fair game. Yeah, there's some sneaky stuff in there, but for the most part, you're getting a fair game, and you're just not getting that in boxing right now. That's not from
I know that it's stricter from my perspective, my vantage point. It seems to be stricter on the amateur side than it is on the professional side, and it's insane. One of the things that I've always said, and you want to be of the impression that you're getting fair judgment, all of that stuff each time you're going out to fight. And I think the reason it's kind of rampant, so it's not just here, it's a lot of other places as well, is I don't know, with I guess the money that is involved in things of that nature. And this is not to insinuate that everyone is complicit or complying with things, but if you're in Las Vegas, right, there's an incentive from a commission standpoint for Las Vegas to continue to get the biggest fights. You don't necessarily want the biggest fights to go to Dallas or Los Angeles or Seattle, because you're in Las Vegas. Your commission, and each of these states they have their own commission. Your commission, of course, you want the biggest fights. So it makes you wonder sometimes, and sometimes you see some of these things are like things done that way in an effort to say, okay, we have a world champion. We don't know if we'll have a world champion again for X amount of years, especially if you're in some small spot or whatever. So there's incentive to us keeping our world champion here and our world champion fighting here for our economy here in this state, things of that nature. So that in itself, it makes thoughts creep in. And then when you see some of this crazy stuff right there, you do have to wonder, that's just an observation there. You just do have to wonder, especially when you tie money to anything. That type of stuff, I mean, it certainly looks different than if it was just nonchalant. An amateur bout is one thing, but this is on the professional side where, from a financial standpoint, there is incentive there. If you're a referee, even, of course, you want the big fights to come there to your area. Then that means more work for you.
Let me tell you what's going to happen. This could very well be our reality in another 5 or 10 years if we ain't careful. So Eddie Hearn came over here and got Kurt Scooby and had him. He sold that fight like a motherfucker. Like, he sold that shit like a motherfucker.
We did too.
You came over here and got coached. You didn't leave and look. You didn't turn over a single rock to try to get somebody to challenge your boy, right? What's going to happen is they going to end up, there's 40 million Nigerians, bro. 40 million black Nigerians. They can go and find any type of cab driver they want and sell it to you. So this is what I'm saying. Listen, Eddie Hearn and them are going to be having Nigerian cab drivers fight their fighters, and they're going to be telling they own the Ring magazine too, right? They're going to be telling the world that these people are the best in the world when we know where the best is really at over here in America. So maybe we need to block them out, fam. Maybe Mexicans and black folks and Caribbeans need to keep fighting each other and let them keep selling them wolf tickets over there to them. Let that happen, because we got enough here on this continent. We could host an event in DC somewhere and have the people from Baltimore, the DMV, people from Cali. We could have people, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I can't do this, bro. I promise. If it keeps going down the path that it's going, and they keep selling us these wolf tickets, man, I might have to get away from boxing altogether, fam.
No, I feel you there for sure.
It'll just be straight comedy roast sessions for if I stay in it. I ain't gonna have nothing good to say.
No, I feel you there for sure. Man, no, you're right. There certainly implications to this type of stuff for sure. And that may, in a sense, be kind of one of the main factors holding the sport back right there, And of course, if it's centralized even more, because if you look at all the major promoters, they're down, well, at least except for two of them, when we look at it from a boxing standpoint, that'd be PBC and Top Rank. But all the others that would be considered the major promoters in the sport of boxing, they are tied in some capacity to Saudi Arabia. You know,
he got them.
And if they get those two, then they will have monopolized the sport. But we still have these smaller promotions doing stuff. But as far as the money at top, it would be monopolized there under that umbrella.
Yep, everybody's buying Wolf tickets.
You know what I love about being an American? It's like you guys in the DMV, you're in Virginia, you got a lot of great local shows, you know, local talent. Yeah. They don't get all that national exposure, but in the city, they're the star. You know what I mean? Everybody gets behind them. You see the place sell out. We got a fight card like that December 12th. I mean, anytime we have fights in New Mexico, professional card, man, it sells out and it gets packed, and it's everybody that supports boxing's in there, you know, and it's a great night, man. I can't explain it. I've been to so many big shows, big promotions, but our local shows, even in El Paso, Texas, my hometown, man, the energy is just different, man. It feels so much better being at home, especially with your community, packing a place for someone, you know. So Stephanie Hahn got her title. I was in there. Angelo Leo got his title. I was in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different, man. I can't explain it.
Yeah, you make a great point there, Scott Walker. And by that same token, we had Tank Davis taking Lamont Roach Jr., and it wasn't here. So
the people supported that fight. There. The people actually supported that fight.
I want to tell you what happened when Jake Paul did us dirty, bro. He took Stephanie Hahn and Holly Holmes to Puerto Rico. Yeah, and, that should have been here in Albuquerque or El Paso. You know, that's a Southwest fight right there. That's a huge fight for out here, bro. Like, I'm so pissed off about that, bro. It's a business, you know. I can't do nothing about it, but man, that would have been so great being here, home, bro. Imagine the energy, New Mexico versus Albuquerque versus El Paso. That's you know, we're pretty close cities, you know.
Yeah, y'all letting the dude with incest chin just take the sport over. He got that Habsburger jaw. You ever seen it? The royalties who they just keep getting with each other and their jaws be fucked up. That's what that shit look like under that beard he got. I can tell by his jaw shape. I don't like.
I appreciate what he's doing for the ladies, man. Like these girls getting these contracts. I mean, damn, it's great to see him get blessed, you know, and make it. But damn, at the same token, he's taken away from our community.
Man, you know what? I hear you. You know, but pimp fell abroad, he'd be like, "Baby, damn, baby, you look good, baby. Yeah, baby, you got it, baby. You got to be gassing them up. You feel me?
Yeah, it's like you're my homie, and you get sniped.
He whooping her ass. He whooping her ass when she don't give him that 30% ass whoopings. Where my 30% at, bitch?
I gotta be happy for Stephanie, and you know, getting signed to MVP and be happy, you know, and because you want to see him shine, bro. You want to see everybody shine, you know, get on that national level.
But yeah, hey, by that same token, though, you know, if I'm not mistaken, is that the card that Amanda Serrano was supposed to be on there, right? And something got in her eye, and she ended up not fighting. So that was an unfortunate situation. But by that same token, it was a big card. You know what I'm saying? So otherwise, yeah, I see what you're saying. It could have been a New Mexico card specifically for them.
Yeah, but event.
You know, it would have been different from a viewing perspective, I suppose. And would Netflix have fronted any funding for such? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Plus, so I think there's a lot of dynamics to it. Like I said, Tank and Lamont Roach should have been here. I mean, I feel like, hey, we have a stadium. We have it could have been at Capital One Arena. It could have been at MGM there, and you would have satisfied DC. Or Baltimore or DC, right. Baltimore, in that area just in general. It could have been in Baltimore, could have been in one of the stadiums there or whatnot. But ultimately, they moved it to a different spot. And sometimes the financial aspect behind that is crazy. But I know there are different rules, of course, from a tax perspective in different spots and everything.
Yeah,
but
and
I think it's a problem. But I think you make a great point. And I think there's so many dynamics to it, but it is a problem there. Just from an overall perspective, that
it's like the
still having these issues.
national promoters. They're taking our local stars and not giving it to. The same thing with Saudi. What Saudi's doing to us, right, Ernest?
And they putting them on the undercards.
Yeah, not giving us the shows in our area too. So
putting them like the opening fight for pay-per-view. Like if let's say they got a hold of Tank versus Lamont Roach, they'd probably make that like the third fight or the co-main event for like a Caballero versus what's the big Afro Bacoli, right? And then they would make our fight like the second or third fight, and it'd be like, wait a minute, hold up a second, don't Tank got more? Don't he sell out every arena? Like, what are you doing here, bro? Like, it's disrespectful, man. It's just disrespectful.
Yeah. It's an interesting dynamic. It is an interesting dynamic. There are certainly a number of lenses to look at it from. And I know at that top level, I'd certainly like to see more. If you think about some big fights in history, Rumble in the Jungle, that was in Africa. The Thriller in Manila, that was in the Philippines. Couldn't be further from each other, you know what I'm saying? But that being said, it was spread about, in that sense, just looking at it now, some of the bigger ones, they're going to be centralized to Saudi Arabia there. And by that same token, I was always a proponent of, even when they were having all of the big fights in Vegas, that they spread some of those out to not be in Las Vegas only, just because the casinos and all of that stuff are there. And now we see casinos in more areas and all of that stuff. But I don't know. It's just an interesting dynamic. I know it's just not a one size fits all solution, but it's very interesting, I will say.
And you see the religious dynamic playing out as well.
Oh, yeah.
Right? The fighters that they're putting over there, they just happen to be of the same, the same cloth type deal.
Oh yeah.
So you just got to wonder about some of the things that are happening, and it's just making the sport not feel like a sport anymore. I don't like that. I think we want to know who the best is, and you only get that by having them fight each other. You know what I'm saying? And we can promote it without them having to act the ass. It just seems like the Americans always got to be the ones that act the ass, or the people who want to be like Americans, that act the ass. Come 50 fam, you got the bread, bro. You got Shreveport on lock. Come on, man. I know you could do something for boxing for real.
Right.
50 could definitely
something in Shreveport.
Do something in
a big
Shreveport.
event there.
Yeah.
I mean, they got casinos down there. That's the area. Hey, we're from around that area. Bossier City, full of casinos.
That ain't too far from Mexico, neither.
No, it's not. So let's see what's up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we're the solution. Get us out there more, YouTube. Put this out there.
Yeah, man. Listen, give me some funds, man. I got ideas. I got ideas for days.
Let's get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. I'm for it.
Well, cool. All right, fellas, man. Listen, man, we had a great night tonight, man.
We've doubled it up. Double the pleasure there, folks. You know what it is. Oh yeah, that's not going to be a good thing there. That's something in itself. That's something in itself we could go on about forever, right there, Justin. But that's crazy as well. That is crazy. Right, that's crazy right there.
Cap the fighters.
That'll extend us another hour, right there.
Motherfucker got a Cadbury egghead up here trying to get rid of the Ali Act. Fuck out of here, bro.
Crazy. Yeah.
Stop betting $1 million on blackjack every hand and fucking pay your fighters.
Right. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. See how they do right there. But man, no, we appreciate everyone that came through, kick it with us for a second time right here, folks. I know we hit midnight here on the East Coast. Y'all out there in the West, y'all still good, y'all can get a tidy little night's sleep. But we're gonna be back in the mix though for sure.
Thank you, everybody tuning in.
Yes,
sir. Stay locked in.
These are just opinions. Everybody got one.
Yeah. Opinions like Escalades. All right, folks. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Peace.
Or morning, I guess you could say.